Reactive abuse is a for real thing. Gypsy is so concerned with her public persona that Ken knows that while the cameras are running, she is not going to react to anything he does or says because he knows that she cares about how people perceive her in the public. So behind the scenes, when the cameras are off, that's when the true Gypsy comes out. And that's why you see Ken so confused in interviews and different things like that when she's talking so good about him and how much she loves him, this, that, and the other, because he knows that behind closed doors, her attitude and behavior towards him is completely different. And he's already hip to the fact that she doesn't do it when they're on camera. She only does it when they're not on camera. So that's why he does what he does on camera, because he's trying to antagonize her to respond. Because he's been quiet whenever they're at home doing their own thing, and she's like yelling at him, making him feel small. So while they're on camera, you're seeing his reaction to her abuse behind the scenes. Because he clearly stated in the therapist's office that she's constantly negging him, saying, well, how do I know you're going to do that? Well, you haven't done it yet. So that leads us to believe, the viewer, that behind the scenes, she's actually doing more than what we're seeing in person on camera. So I think what we're going to see is Ken constantly trying to antagonize her on camera to actually get her to blow up on camera so that everyone can see Gypsy for who she truly is. And I don't consider that reactive abuse, because she's clearly abusing him behind the scenes and he's taking it out on her while the cameras are running. Tell me what you think, because I've always coined the fact that Gypsy has been abusive to not only Ken, Ryan, Nicholas, and her mother. I think Gypsy abuses everyone in her life because nobody has been willing to stand up to her and put her in her place. And I think Ken does that on camera on purpose, because he knows that she is more concerned about her public persona, that she is not willing to risk it by giving in to his little irritating nags at her. He tried publicly shaming her at the restaurant, and she went and cried in the bathroom because she wanted to say and do something so bad, but she knew she couldn't because the cameras were watching. Have you heard of reactive abuse? Do you know how reactive abuse works? Because this is a clear example of what reactive abuse is. It's clear that Ken is trying to show everyone who Gypsy is behind the scenes. So in other words, he's trying to get her to break character. He knows her character off camera. He's already been with her. They've been living together. They've been living together since they purchased that home or started renting that home in October. He knows her behavior behind the scenes. He's trying to get her to break character on camera. Can you see what I'm saying?